Ambika Satkunanathan is a human rights lawyer and former commissioner of the Human Rights Commission of Sri Lanka. She joins us from Colombo. Ambika, thanks for joining us. Positive or negative overall, your assessment of the Commonwealth?
I agree with your previous speaker in that I think perhaps the Commonwealth has historically run its course because it is not it's a voluntary organization. It is not bound by a treaty, and the behavior of its members we often find, even when they do violate human rights, the Commonwealth as an entity is really not able to do very much about it. So in terms of relevance, I would agree with your previous speaker in that I feel it has run historically, it's perhaps run its course, and we do need to reevaluate.
If it were to be a trading bloc, for example, like the European Union or NAFTA, which actually doesn't exist anymore, does it? But anyway, you get the point, right? North American Free Trade Agreement. Fine. But there's a 90-odd-year-old lady sitting on a throne in one of the richest countries in the world. And then you have places like Antigua, Barbuda, and I'm just looking at a list here, Papua New Guinea, Solomon Islands, St. Kitts and Nevis, Tuvalu. These countries have Queen Elizabeth as their head of state. You guys in Sri Lanka decided in 1972, you know what? We don't need that lady as our head of state. What is the relevance of having the Queen of the UK be the head of state of a Commonwealth nation?
Absolutely. And I mean, that is a very pertinent question, and also goes to issues in relations of hegemony in terms of equality, and as your piece earlier mentioned, also compensation about colonialism, the history, and post-colonial, because many of the societies do have remnants of our colonial legacy, like even in terms of the laws. We have, for instance, a law that we inherited from the British, which criminalizes consensual same-sex relationships. We have another law called the Vagrants Ordinance, also a legacy of the colonial past, which is used to target and marginalize marginalized populations like LGBTIQ persons. So therefore, I think, as I said, the relevance, it is difficult to see the relevance now. It is looked upon more as a talk shop, and also particularly even now. The summit is being held in Rwanda. Once again, there are concerns, grave human rights concerns about Rwanda, and a lot of criticism about hosting the CHOGM there. The same thing happened in 2013 when it was hosted in Sri Lanka. It was criticized for validating the then Rajapaksa regime.
Ambika, thank you so much indeed for your time. Ambika Satkunanathan in Colombo.